Psychology shows that laughing during serious situations is a sign of high intelligence. When laughter breaks out during a funeral, an argument, or a tense silence, it isn't cruelty. It's the brain processing emotions on a deeper level than most people can handle. Ordinary minds suppress the reaction, smarter ones short circuit into humor. Psychologists call this incongruous affect. It happens because intelligent brains don't experience emotion in one layer. They juggle several at once. Your brain is trying to break tension, self-soothe, create distance from something overwhelming. When the tension becomes too much, the mind releases it in the simplest way possible. Laughter. What others see as a flaw is often a hidden advantage, the ability to break tension, to keep moving, to endure. The same brain that laughs in tragedy is the one that adapts the fastest. Because if you can find light in the darkest room, you can survive anything. You're not broken, you simply think differently. So if you've ever been told your reaction is wrong, remember, it's not weakness. It's your mind working on a level most people will never understand.
This is crazy, bro, because for the longest time, I literally thought I was a fucking weirdo because this is how I would react to every situation. It was something I developed after when I was 13 years old. I got hit by a car. I broke both of my legs, had a blood transfusion. I had to learn how to walk again. I had four metal pins in each of my leg, just stuck out to damn it, like, I mean, like far out. Like, I was in a coma for like a couple days, for like almost 6 days. And I woke up. I don't know if it was a drug induced coma or from the accident. They had me on opiates. Afterwards, I kept on going through shit after that. I stood with nerve damage to my left foot, which used to cause the same problems that diabetic people used to go through. Ulcers and wounds and wound care all the time, and being young, bro. I was 13 years old. So through my whole young life, teens, 20s, it was hard, bro, to be living your life. And in the midst of living your life and doing good, out of nowhere, you gotta go and take a hospital trip for a couple of months. Maybe sometimes it'll be a year, maybe 2 years have passed, and then no, and then antibiotics because I would catch a bone infection, and the bone infection, from what I was told, bone is too dense. And when you catch a bone infection, it kind of never goes away. The antibiotics treats it. At least my bone infection, it was. And then it comes back. And it kept coming back. And I developed this over time. This thing where I would feel pain, bro. And instead of feeling pain and being angry at the pain, I would laugh. I would literally laugh at the pain and trauma, the shit that I've been through in life. I was done spoke to therapists about shit that I've been through, and I would laugh sometimes, and I would notice that they're not taking me serious. They think like if I'm joking or some shit, and I have to explain to them like, yo, listen, I see the way you looking at me. Like, you have to understand, I laugh when I'm in deep pain. I'm in deep pain. I'm going through some crazy trauma, shit that I can't really wrap my mind around. I always laugh. I giggle at it. That's just how I am. I always thought, like, am I weird for this, bro? Real talk. And the only thing that ever reminds me of it, Denzel Washington in that movie, Frank Lucas. Yeah. So when he played Frank Lucas in the movie, there was a scene that the dude disrespected him and he blew the nigga head off, bro. And when the dude disrespected him, instead of really getting angry, he's like, my man. And when I seen that scene, it literally reminded me of myself. Not telling you I'm blowing niggas' heads off, but it reminded me because that's the way I react. Someone could really, really get me pissed, and I would literally laugh like this nigga here. Like, this nigga really, like, man, me just looking at the person and knowing, like, bro, like, stop the show. You really not about that shit. Like, I know how I've been around real niggas, bro. A lot of the niggas that I grew up with is real fucking niggas, bro. Niggas that really, you get them mad, nigga, and they react with that emotion. They will slap the dog shit out of you. They ain't gonna do too much talking, bro. Get them tight, niggas gonna slap the dog shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't grow up around no old man junkies and crack. You know, the niggas I was grew up around, I was fucking with, niggas was getting money, bro. We was all busting moves in our life, all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a couple of us ended up with drug problems later, and that was later on in life. But when we was all young and hungry around my way, bro. And this is why I see people from other areas too sometimes, and I just look at them like, bro, I don't know how you 18, bro, smoking crack. I really don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro, because like where I grew up, I mean, niggas like 18, bro. Like, nigga, how you not trying to take over the world? Like, thinking in the brain. That's how I was looking at the world when I was in my 20s and I was 18. Shit, nigga, how I'm gonna come up? Yeah, you see, I went somewhere else with it, but yo, this is a fact, man. Someone else see this post, bro, and realize, bro, you not weird, bro. You just ahead of the game. You just ahead of the game. You know how to deal with shit in ways that other people just don't. Most people are so attached to the dimensional body, this vessel, bro, that all they move with is emotions. And the crazy thing is that a man will know that you letting your emotions control your every thought, your every move. It's a fact, bro, that just makes you weaker, bro. If people are able to rage bait you, people are able to dictate your decisions because they know that you move off of emotions. And then if they want to fuck you over, bro, it's easy for them to do that because you don't think before you do something. You just react because you're so attached to those emotions. Everybody knows a lot of the strongest people are people that know how to react, get tight, and then go ahead and be able to fall back and be like, oh, let me think about this before I fuck this nigga up. And this is facts, bro. So hopefully this helps somebody, man. Don't think you're weird because you just ahead of the game, man. Thinking before you make those crazy decisions.